Welcome to Uncasville, Connecticut, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. And tonight we have an absolutely stacked match card for you here tonight. So get ready, get your drinks. We're starting with number one contendership for Motor City Machine Guns Raw Tag Team Championships. The winner of that match will, of course, go on to face the Motor City Machine Guns. But we have the Elimination Chamber in a week's time, ladies and gentlemen. This Sunday, actually, less than a week. We're kicking things off. Number one contenders match, Ilya Dragunov, Intercontinental Champion. Jey Uso, Ludwig Kaiser, who beat Mello in exciting and unexpected fashion, will fight Jey Uso tonight. Also, Elimination Chamber Qualifier matches will finalise and we'll have the chamber tonight. Kevin Owens takes on the Second City Saint here in Connecticut. And tag team action. Becky Lynch teams up with Giulia, the number one contender for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Bianca Belair, Women's World Champion, tags with Naomi. And Bronson Reed. And the big dog, the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, is here tonight. So we're kicking things off, ladies and gentlemen. Tag team number one contendership on the line. DIY, the Viking Raiders, the winner of this. Following the Elimination Chamber, the first week back on Raw, will get an opportunity to dethrone the undisputed tag team champions. Well, the Raw tag team titles, at least. DIY looking to set their stall out as they take on the Viking Raiders. Both of these teams, of course, well worthy of tag team gold, of course. Both teams held championships in the tag team division everywhere all over the world. They're looking to continue that here tonight as they look to progress in this universe mode. DIY, the Viking Raiders, is next. And we're underway, ladies and gentlemen. Referee rings the bell. I believe it's Rob Zapata in charge. Is it Rob Zapata? No, it isn't. It's, I forget his name. Anyways, tag team number one contenderships. The Raw tag team titles, of course, DIY do hold both of the tag team titles for Raw and SmackDown. They will be looking to bring the gold home to Monday Night Raw. The red titles will either DIY or the Viking Raiders. And, of course, announced by Adam Pearce earlier, home country boy for Elimination Chamber. It's down in Perth. Grayson Waller will take on SmackDown's Sheamus. Raw's Sheamus. Grayson Waller, of course, split from Austin Theory, gone to SmackDown. But Sheamus going to be his opponent at the Elimination Chamber in front of his home country. If he can pick up a win there, Grayson Waller down under against a elite competitor like Sheamus, that would be something to really ride home about. Johnny Gargano now has Ivar up. Of course, Ivar very impressive in singles competition. Beautiful dropkick there from Johnny Gargano. And, of course, an interesting feat about Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa is they're a tremendous tag team, but also very, very capable singles competitors. So a lot of universe mode to unfold when 2K25 comes out. I'm sure there'll be a few more competitors in the tag division. OTM, of course, going to AEW, but we'll have to see what the future holds. Alliances will be tested in this universe mode. Alliances will form, alliances will break. It's the way the world of the universe works. And nice reversal from Ciampa. Ivar, of course, had a lot of experience when Eric was injured as a solo competitor, competing in NXT and on Monday Night Raw. Nice head move there. Slung the head back of Ciampa. Of course, Ciampa, a very resilient individual, can offer a dynamic approach to the match or can mix things up in a brawl, which is probably what he's going to have to do against the Viking Raiders. Tag team move here from DIY. Of course, two of the best on the WWE roster. Nice combination. Their hot tag there from Ivar brings in Eric, and Gargano distracted by Ivar and accidentally took his eye off the ball there for a second. Eric's going to go to town on Johnny Gargano now, pushing him against the ropes and then hammering blows through the back. And of course, here in Connecticut, the crowd are packed into the arena. But not only are the crowd rooting for these guys, we've got Valhalla. She's back rooting for the Viking Raiders. Pinfall here by Eric. Johnny kicks out. And it would have been broke up anyway by Ciampa. Nice kick to the gut. Gargano, we know that this is a beautiful move from Gargano. Don't even know what the name for that would be, but the variation of Gargano's offense is so impressive. Submission specialist, aerial, very versed in. Eric turns him around. And the power of Eric drops Gargano to the mat. And of course, if you were wondering, you will see me playing as a team. If you'd like to any help with your own universe mode and you want to go down a similar route to me, I can always upload the sliders. The matches are not I try and win, they are choreographed as best as I can. It's a game at the end of the day, but I try my best. Fisherman suplex here by Tommaso Ciampa. Nice kick out. So I'll pick like the winning and the losing team an equal amount of time. I'll try and balance the match, make it look like a real match, and it's actually a very difficult talent. I'm not saying I'm talented at it, but it's very difficult to do. There's a big forearm there by Ciampa. Comes in there. And collar and elbow tie up. Eric, of course, quite injury prone, but when he's here and fit, he is arguably one of the most powerful men on the WWE roster. And chops there from Ciampa. I'm going to line up the knee to the face. Eric in Wonderland there. Could have kneed him out of consciousness. The referee, 1 count for Ciampa. As both teams will be looking to go and compete and bring them red titles back to Monday Night Raw. And Valhalla having a conversation here with Ciampa. Eric sort of noticing that, and he's going to take advantage. Irish whip into the neutral corner. Tag into Ivar. And this is what I mean about these two. Very, very effective tag team work, and Gargano watches on. Beautiful powerbomb there from the Viking Raiders. Ivar's picked it. Gargano going to come in the ring. Breaks up the pinfall. And you will see sometimes there is mistakes that you do make when you're choreographing matches. I know I'm meant to be commentating over Universe mode, but I try to stay as much in character as I can. Once I've obviously the things and tips that I can give you guys, I'll do them over commentating. So sometimes things will go wrong. You'll see in this match like an example. That's without giving any result away, because the result was the correct result that I wanted for my booking, but it's just the way in which you'll see, and I don't want to give too much away, but you'll just see a little mistake I make, and it's just getting yourself into the habit of making these mistakes as minimal as possible, because you're always going to make mistakes. Hug the leg here from Eric. Tommaso comes into the ring, breaks up the pinfall. Gargano was pretty motionless on the canvas there. And Eric, back body drop to Ciampa. Gargano on the floor, stomped to the back. Of course, Eric, a long-term veteran, Ivar also, long-term veteran, both now at the ripe ages of 40 and 41, or around that. I think they're 40. But and coming here tonight as well, we have more tag team action. Women's World Champion versus #1 contender. Of course, Bianca rallied the support of her best friend Naomi, and of course Becky Lynch looking here to put herself in a proving ground against the world champion. That's tag team. That's later on tonight. Right now, we're determining the #1 contender for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Will it be DIY? Will it be the Viking Raiders? And a beautiful knee to the stomach there from Eric. Tags in his brother in arms. Ivar's coming to the ring. Goes straight for Ciampa. Ciampa had nothing to do with the match. Gargano. And a suicide dive from Ivar to the outside of the ring, taking out Johnny Wrestling to the mat. Irish whip back into the ring. Of course, Raw on Netflix now is booming. We have the fully updated arena. I wonder if we'll get a 2K25 pinfall here. And it's a 2-count kick out of 2, nearly 3 there from Ivar. Johnny Gargano having to conjure up everything that he has left. And maybe we're seeing a penultimate turn here for the Viking Raiders. Headbutt there from Ivar. And that's like a big rock hitting you in the head directly. That is horrendous. Eric, sorry. back in the ring. Stomps to the chest of Johnny Gargano, who has suffered quite a bit of offense in this latter half of the match. Reversal from Gargano. Going to go for the tag. That might be a smart thing. So that isn't the example I was actually talking about. You'll see it later on, but it's not too much later, don't worry. The match shouldn't go on for 30 minutes. And Ciampa, top rope. Went for the DDT, missed horrendously, and kick. And Eric gonna go on the leg, work to the leg. Gonna lift Ciampa up. Irish whip into the corner. Ivar waiting for the tag. Is he gonna get it? No. And a suplex into the corner. The sweat dripping off Ciampa. The output of all four of these men has been incredible in this match. Reversal. Ciampa clothesline. Can he build a bit of momentum back for DIY? Of course, very worthy tag team champions. Eric says no. No to that offense. And Johnny asking for the tag, begging for the tag. Will he get it? And Ivar's going to stop it. Surely he can get it in time, and he does. Ivar maybe wanting Johnny wrestling in the ring. Drop kick by Gargano now. And he's celebrating his work, and Ivar stops it. Bulldog. And it's been all Viking Raiders this last few minutes. Irish whip into the corner. Elbows there to the neck of Gargano. Has hold of the head. Gonna punch away and break a nose potentially here. What would a win for DIY mean for their careers in Universe Mode? Of course, already established tag team, and into the ropes. Throws him in that powerfully that Gargano bounces off, and the Viking call here, and Ciampa's had enough. He runs in with a clothesline, and maybe he's seen it's not a fair fight, and he's had enough, and he falls over. And unfortunately, that could be his demise. Ciampa is hooked up with Ivar. And what's going on here? Beautiful suplex there from Ivar. Johnny's back in the ring, and that's the problem. You take your eyes off the prize for a second, you get tornado DDT, but Ivar straight back to his feet. Maybe didn't feel the tag as much as we thought. Eric going to fight with Ciampa on the outside of the ring. And look at that move. Reversed from Gargano. I think he blocked it. And RKO. Both men down. Ivar still faster to his feet than Johnny. We're seeing good offense here from DIY, but they need to capitalise on it. And when you're going to allow yourself to get world's strongest slammed, that's not a good idea by a 300-plus pounder. Oh, dear. And we could be about to have some rib damage here, and Gargano rolls out the way. Smart move from Johnny Wrestling. Super kick. Could have done it. Gonna go for the pinfall. And Eric is on the surface. 2 count and a kick out by Ivar. Still keeping the Viking Raiders in this game. Beautiful enziguri there from Johnny Wrestling. Can he make the tag to Ciampa? I think that would be a sensible option. He's gonna do it right here. Brings in Ciampa. Maybe the end is near, and DDT from Ivar, just quicker. And that's what I'm saying to you. A man of Ivar's size should not be able to move the way that man does. And that's so impressive. Eric, forearm to Ciampa. And he's lining up the band. And a kick there. This is the mistake, by the way. Oh, no, it isn't. And broke up the pin from Gargano. I thought it was the mistake. It's in that kind of situation. You'll see what I mean. And Gargano going after Eric. I think it's always important to point out your mistakes. And suicide dive from Ciampa, taking out Eric on the outside of the ring. Johnny Gargano and Ivar going to battle it out. Eric and Ciampa, Celtic Cross here lined up. And Gargano has Ivar in that submission. Good work here from DIY. Get back in the ring. The thing is, I record it so far in advance and then commentate over it so later, so I forget about it. That's why I make the mistakes. Like, sometimes, legit, like, I don't even remember the results. That's what's crazy. Eric gonna Irish whip, and Ciampa throws him back in. Who's gonna win the opportunity to challenge the Motor City Machine Guns on Raw next week after the Elimination Chamber? And this could be enough. Tommaso Ciampa hook of the leg. 1, 2, no, and kick out there from Eric. I don't think Ciampa, and he's signifying he slit his throat. That means the end for Eric. And no, Ciampa went for Ivar. because of frustration, and that might cost him. Tags in Gargano. Will Gargano win this match? And he's feeling it, and oh no, he challenged Eric to that match, and this is definitely the mistake, and I'll point it out. 3 and the Viking Raiders win their number 1 contender. So Ciampa I meant to get on Ciampa to keep him out the ring, but the Viking Raiders would have won that match regardless. It just didn't look as smooth. Mistakes were made, but the Viking Raiders go on to challenge the Motor City Machine Guns. Well, mistakes can happen, ladies and gentlemen. As I sip my coffee, they did happen, and there's no more. It will never happen again. And we're back in character. So Ludwig Kaiser here, challenging main event Jey Uso for an opportunity at Elimination Chamber. He's, of course, coming off that impressive victory against Carmelo Hayes. Of course, a bit distasteful after the match. Maybe a bit of jealousy that Carmelo Hayes has been given a spot in the Elimination Chamber, and attacking Carmelo after his victory in a very close match, and that was before we were in control of matches. And now we're in full control, and everybody should be ready to yeet. It's just him, Uso, and it's day 1-ish. Main event, Jey Uso looking to put his name on the match card of Elimination Chamber Down Under. Ludwig Kaiser, of course, no rookie. He's followed in the footsteps of the Ring General Gunther. Been trained by the best. I'm sure he'll have a lot to say as we get into this Intercontinental Championship number 1 contender match. Ilya Dragunov, of course, we're waiting. You guys voting Ilya. Great choice as the first inaugural Intercontinental Champion. We could main event Jey Uso or Ludwig Kaiser upset the apple cart. And we're underway, ladies and gentlemen. Intercontinental title shot on the line. Main event Jey Uso, Ludwig Kaiser, of course. Last week on Raw, Ludwig Kaiser picking up a very impressive victory against, qualified for the Elimination Chamber already, Carmelo Hayes, as Jey Uso rallying the Connecticut crowd here. Shouts of ooh, and then waiting for the so. Ludwig going to fight back. Beautiful move there, but telegraphed by main event Jey Uso. One step ahead there is the Samoan. Nice Samoan drop there. Tribute to the Samoan dynasty there with that move, going high risk. Going to throw a forearm and connects to Ludwig Kaiser, as Kaiser is on the mat lifeless, and acknowledging his tribal chief here. Fists there. Still going after Kaiser. Kaiser a bit of fight back, and later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the elimination qualifiers continue and get finalised. We have Kevin Owens versus CM Punk. That's coming to you next, ladies and gentlemen. We also have the big dog, and he's facing Bronson Reed, and chokehold here from Ludwig Kaiser, trying to stop the airflow from Jey Uso here, you could say. Beautiful suplex, hook of the arms, and Jey with a kick out of 2 there. Surprise move there from Ludwig Kaiser, and has hold of Jey. Wrenches the arm, bringing him down to the floor, and smart tactic here from Ludwig Kaiser. DDT here from Jey. Beautiful DDT. Now, can Jey Uso build a little bit of momentum? Can he build a little bit of momentum? Enziguri. And it's been mainly Jey Uso going to go for the pinfall. Can he get the pinfall in? No. Close one bit. Nearly had the pinfall. Ludwig Kaiser, beautiful head scissors there from the German athlete. Went around Germany, very well respected and well known in the professional wrestling world in Europe. Ludwig Kaiser going to stomp to the eyes of Jey Uso. Limiting the vision is always a good idea. Went for the clothesline there, missed it. Kaiser going to line up. He's going to go for the figure 4, made famous by the Nature Boy. And of course, very poignant in damaging the legs is the figure 4 leg lock. Jey going to turn it over, and we know from past that if you do turn over the figure 4 leg lock, the pressure is reversed onto the opponent. Ludwig Kaiser seems to have hurt his leg there, and that's quite evident as Jey lines him up, throws him up, and a neck breaker. And Kaiser laid out on the mat. Jey going to go high risk, and we know what this leads to when Jey Uso's up there. Uso splash as Jey Uso is going to face Ilya Dragunov at the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. Well done to Jey Uso. Well done, brother. That's a great victory. Picking off Ludwig Kaiser in quick fashion as well after he picked up an impressive victory. And of course, we have them Chamber qualifiers up next. But before we get to the qualifiers, just a quick advertisement. So these 4 men already qualified for the Chambers, some via general manager choice. AJ Styles winning last week. The winner of the Chamber down in Perth will face the World Heavyweight Champion, which might not be John Cena. Now we found out Saturday night's main event is coming on the 8th of March. Of course, John Cena voted by you guys to defend his World Heavyweight Championship on that card. And it looks like it's going to be AJ Styles. So maybe double WrestleMania. Maybe AJ wins it and wins the Chamber, who knows. But here is the first of 2 qualifying matches here tonight. Kevin Owens will be taking on the Second City Saint, CM Punk. While we enjoy the cult of personality, CM Punk returning to the WWE after a decade, looking to cement his legacy. Won't be main eventing WrestleMania this year on Universe Mode, but may as well book himself a ticket on the card. But first, go through Kevin Owens, which is no easy task, and you can see him donning the Ring of Honor attire. Let's enjoy his entrance and get ready for the app. So both men stand across from each other, both knowing what's at cost, both knowing what's on the line. A ticket to the Elimination Chamber down in Perth, a shot at glory, at making it to the grandest stage of them all, waits the winner of that. But first of all, Kevin Owens, CM Punk have to focus on each other. I'm sure that their training and their game plans are focused on each other as their collar and elbow tie up there from Kevin Owens. Both of these competitors got multiple decades in the wrestling business. Plenty of experience in this ring. Could be looking at half a century, potentially. CM Punk, of course, starting his career in early 2003. Kevin Owens a little bit later than that, but not too much later. Had a little glitch in the screen there. Maybe that's a hint of something to come. No, I'm joking. And stomps here to the chest of CM Punk. Kevin Owens, of course, would love an opportunity to face John Cena again. We know that when he debuted on the main roster, that was who he faced first. John Cena, of course, may not be the champion, though. AJ Styles might get 2 shots at the gold, should he fail the first time. And, of course, Saturday night's main event has no impact on the Chamber. AJ Styles still as entitled as anyone else to book his ticket at WrestleMania. Should he win the Chamber, then we'll have to see what happens there. That could be an interesting story arc. Kevin Owens going to the outside of the ring. Of course, for both of these men, what is next? Should they fall up short here, CM Punk? Well, here's a beautiful clothesline there from Punk off the springboard. But as we were saying, if Punk was to fall short here tonight and didn't qualify for the Chamber, what's next for him? Likewise, Kevin Owens, what will WrestleMania have in store for him? Well, those questions are to be answered in due course. But beautiful suplex and sitting down there from Punk, and that is a veteran tactic, because sitting down whilst your opponent's on the decline from a suplex also makes the impact on the ground harder. And smart from Kevin Owens there, runs away as CM Punk goes high risk and follows it with a beautiful DDT cover. Can he get it done? Kick out. Not even a 2 count there, maybe very early stages of the match. Kevin Owens going for the pinfall off the DDT, and another DDT, rubbing salt in the wounds. You don't want to take too many of them. And another third DDT to CM Punk. I'm surprised that he's not leaving Connecticut with a concussion. Both start with a C, and both could be... CM Punk starts with a C, and both could be accompanying CM Punk as he leaves Connecticut. And beautiful clothesline lariat there. Going to go for the pinfall, Punk. Not even a 1 count. Owens still in this fight. Just as Owens' t-shirt says on the back, just keep fighting. That's exactly what Kevin Owens will do, and we know he'll do. Heel, baby face, in between, he always keeps fighting. Irish whip into the corner. Punk turned over now. And what the hell is Kevin Owens thinking? Punk reverses, don't want any of that. I'm not surprised. Beautiful move here. Neck breaker. 1 neck breaker from Punk. Working on the neck of Owens, taking away the ability to probably lift him. And another neck breaker to follow. Smart tactic there from Punk, isolating the neck and targeting that. We know Punk is a master technician. He's very versed in targeting, and a DDT for Owens there to pay back what he received. Excuse me there. Just had to cough. Stomp to the back of Owens. Owens rolls over. Punk going to roll him back and kick to the back. The lower back, that is a painful area. Another kick there as Owens tries to get back to his feet. Punk suplex, and it's a snap suplex. The difference between the suplex and the snap suplex is the height. But sometimes the snap suplex has more impact. It's faster, and beautiful backbreaker there from Punk. Going to go for the pinfall off the backbreaker. Kick out from Kevin Owens again. Not quite ready to say die yet is KO Mania. And of course Kevin been very vocal about how he needs this win. You know, WrestleMania, he's renamed it KO Mania because he believes he's the greatest WrestleMania performer in history. Many would argue against that, but some people would argue with that. Of course, main event in WrestleMania 38 with his idol, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I believe it was 38 or 37. Oh my god, how have I got mixed up? And knee to the knee there. Knee on knee action from Punk. But obviously in that situation, Punk's knees are placed to do more damage. A pop-up powerbomb out of nowhere from Owens. Could have the victory here. 1, 2, and Punk gets a shoulder up at 2.5. Got to be smarter there, CM Punk. Kevin Owens is a bit like Randy Orton in the sense he's unpredictable. with the stunner and the pop-up powerbomb, they really can come out of nowhere. I'm not just saying that. Punk trying to get in the ring, and Owens going to bring him back down to size, bring him back to the outside. Irish whip into the barricade. Oh, no. And sending Punk into the barricade. And right on the lower back goes Punk into that barricade. That is not a healthy position for somebody of 46-year-old to be receiving damage. Of course, when the back goes, the back is gone. Nearer 50. Looks to be okay now, though. Owens has him to his feet. And lifting to the top turnbuckle. What the hell is Owens thinking here? Legs around the rope, and I hope he's not planning on doing what I think he is. DDT from the top rope. And the impact is amplified because that fall is from a lot higher than a traditional DDT. And if we tot up and count all the times that CM Punk has been dropped on his head in this match, it's not a healthy amount. And Stunner out of nowhere. Homage to his idol, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Going to go for the pinfall here. 2. And Punk, hand on the rope there. Don't know if you saw that, the hand on the rope, but the referee didn't see it. He had to get his shoulder up. Decided to get his shoulder up instead to make sure the referee knows. And Kevin Owens really letting this Connecticut crowd know what he feels at the moment. Back in the ring, squared up, and Owens gets caught. Anaconda Vice could be getting locked in by Punk. It is. And of course, we saw this a lot in Punk's earlier career. It's a submission that he mastered, and many have tapped out to, but Owens knows not to let him fully cinch it in. He gets out of that one quickly and saves himself. Nice fisherman suplex there from Kevin Owens. He's going to pin, and referee stops the count. Punk, believe, might have got his shoulder up, the left shoulder. And he's telling Punk to get up. Didn't look like he had a shoulder up there. Looked like Owens had him beat and splash. The referee is in charge. He's the one who makes the decisions, and this is not what you want if you see him Punk. Kevin Owens going stupid with a splash. There's 200 plus pounds coming at you from 15 feet in the air. Well, maybe 12 feet in the air. If you take away the ring post and how high the ring is. And Owens looking to remove aspects of the commentary desk. Not quite sure what for. As he slammed Punk in there. Punk's going to fight back. Going to try and suplex Owens. Looks like he's going for the commentary desk. Owens escaped. And Owens thinking, no. I'm going to get back in the ring now. I'm going to do my thing. Picks Punk to his feet. Rages and... oh dear. Oh dear. Veteran instinct from CM Punk. Rookie error from Kevin Owens. Punk with the 2 and the 3. CM Punk's going down under to the Elimination Chamber. And in my honest opinion, Kevin Owens had that match won. Should he have not taken his foot off the gas for that split second, he would be going down under instead of CM Punk. But that's just the price you pay when you make a mistake against someone as experienced and veteran as CM Punk. Punk's off to the chamber, and he's going to join the other 4 men. We're going to have a very quick look at what the chamber looks like now before our main event later on. See who's in it. So we have Carmelo Hayes, who was the biggest surprise. The best performer, chose by Adam Pearce, was Penta, eliminating 2 main eventers. Austin Theory was the last man standing. AJ Styles won his last qualifier last week, and of course you've just seen CM Punk win his. So the Women's World Champion is in action in tag team. She will face the opposite corner to who she will face the opposite corner to of WrestleMania. But she also has this woman to face, Becky Lynch, who of course many WrestleManias this woman has wrestled in. Even I believe a WrestleMania main event. Was it her? The triple threat match against Charlotte and Sasha. But she's going to team tonight here with the number 1 contender, Giulia, who won the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble, much to the surprise of many people. Seeing off women like Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Jade Cargill. So very impressive win here for Giulia. Because many of you may not know, Giulia was actually born in the United Kingdom. She moved to Japan when she was, she obviously was of Japanese parenting, and she moved to Japan at a very young age, but actually, technically, could be considered British, like me. She's going to make her way to the Rumble, and she's making her way to WrestleMania. She's already secured a ticket. She's making her way to the ring right now. And Bianca, of course, calling on the help of her friend, Naomi, knowing each other for longer than a decade, Naomi and Bianca, and there must be some element of chemistry in this tag team match. Naomi, the best friend of the Women's World Champion here on Raw. I mean, sometimes it's a good thing to befriend the World Heavyweight Champion, but when you're a singles competitor like Naomi, sometimes it's not a great idea, as you know, in your line of work, you need to aspire to be the champion yourself. Of course, in this universe mode, many things can change. Friendships can be tested, can be torn. You just never know. But here comes the Women's World Champion, voted by you guys. Great choice, in my opinion. Perfect choice. Bianca Belair, our inaugural Raw Women's Heavyweight Champion. And it looks damn good on her. And she'll be defending against Giulia at WrestleMania. That should be an interesting dynamic. Not really a dynamic that I expected, or I'm quite confident that I don't know who's going to win, because it's literally power against technical. Power and speed versus technicality, and it's sometimes they say styles make fights. We'll see how that one goes at WrestleMania. And Naomi and Becky straight out of the gate after each other. And of course, Naomi is nearly a 20-year veteran, maybe nearly a 15-year veteran, sorry. Maybe she is a 15-year veteran in the women's division. Was here in the WWE and with Cameron in the tag team. Fortunately, Cameron never gets mentioned anymore, but that's how she did start. I believe that was back in like the early 2010s. Might have even been 2010. She took a brief hiatus to TNA Wrestling, where she became the Knockouts champion. Had amazing feuds with the like of Mickie James, Jordynne Grace. And Becky Lynch is about to make her bitch here tonight. She goes high risk, and Becky with the somersault. Hook of the leg of Naomi. Kick out from Naomi. And I wonder if we're going to see a preview of what's to come at WrestleMania. Of course, in this kind of tag team match, it's only probably realistic that Giulia and Bianca will be in the ring together at some point. And head drag there from Becky. Elbow to the arm on Naomi. It's a smart tactic to break it up. You have to wonder what a victory does for both of these teams. Of course, if Becky and Giulia can win, that gives Giulia a lot of confidence as we begin the road to WrestleMania. Still quite a while away. The WrestleMania, April the 5th, April the 6th, I believe. It will be on 2K25, which is going to be fun. So we've got a good rough estimate. 8 more weeks of Raw. We've got the Elimination Chamber coming up. Saturday night's main event. Plenty of time for things to change. I'm rake to the arm there. I'm going to tag in Giulia. Excited to see Giulia. We've only seen her in Royal Rumble capacity. It's nice to, I'm sure over the next 6 to 8 weeks we'll see much more of her in the ring as she prepares to win the title, which would be nice for her. A great debut to the roster that would be. As Naomi's bringing her back down to size. Of course, winning the Royal Rumble in your debut, and when you debut in the main roster is no easy feat. So really seriously big things to come for this woman. Of course, we're yet to hear from another woman in the women's division who would consider herself worthy of a world championship, Tiffany Stratton. Sure, after the Elimination Chamber we'll hear from her. Of course, at the moment she's on Tiffy time. We believe that she's doing modelling shoots, so she won't make it to the chamber, but she'll be here after. It's such a stacked roster, and if you do ever want to check the rosters, they are available. I keep them up to. I'm so sad, honestly. I keep them up to date to the second, so if they're not on the roster page, they won't be active. Nice arm drag there, arm takedown. Naomi with a full guard here on Giulia, and it's not UFC, but that's what she's going for. A Giulia dropkick, and Giulia really surprised me with the speed, and I think that could be a problem. Bianca will be watching over this match and assessing her opponent. Bianca a lot more experienced than Giulia. Maybe has the experience too, and this is an experienced bout. Bianca straight after Becky Lynch. She'll be able to identify holes in the game of Giulia from past experience of other competitors of similar style she's faced. Of course, Bianca will have come up against athletic, speedy women in her past. Beautiful arm drag there from Becky, who's pretty much seen it all in professional wrestling. Member of the Four Horsewomen, Wrestlemanias, multiple championships, and Bianca goes for the double move in the corner. Reversed there by Becky Lynch. Irish whip into the neutral corner. Bianca reverses. Now Becky reverses. And of course, these two veterans, you'd expect nothing less than a back and forth, and a Bexploder does hit Bianca, but Bianca straight back to her feet. Reversal. And takedown again. And it's real back and forth this, and that's just the veteran instinct of these two women. Splash there. The experience. I really don't think you could separate these two. Bianca and Becky was going for a tag to Giulia, which I thought Bianca might let to test it out, but stops Becky, kind of let her feel as if she could get the tag and then stopping it. And collar and elbow tie up in the corner. That's never a good thing. Suplex into the corner. Bianca folded up like a laundry chair. And Naomi stretching out the hand to offer a helping hand to her buddy, but they not able to capitalise. Reverse DDT, arm behind the back, and that your arm stays behind your back like that. That's a real dangerous position for your arm to be in. Leg drop there from Becky. And follow it with another, and Naomi's seen enough. And Naomi getting involved. Of course, her and Becky have a lot of history, and she's seen her best friend getting beat up. Maybe she doesn't like that. Just lays Becky on the floor, but now we're going to see it. The WrestleMania main event. Bianca, probably a bit confused, going after Becky Lynch here. German suplex, and that just leaves Giulia. Bianca going to stomp down and huge punch to Giulia. Of course, it looks now as if she's bit off more than she can chew, but good comeback here from Giulia. Irish whip. Of course, getting a taste of what's to come at WrestleMania. Beautiful drop kick as Bianca looks to tag in Naomi. Can Giulia... Imagine how big a pinfall would on Bianca Belair would be in Giulia's confidence meter. What the hell is... Spanish fly from the top rope on Giulia. This could be all they wrote. Kick out of one. And that's the resiliency of the former NXT champion. Amazing technical ability. Very resilient. Got great recovery rate. As Bianca takes it to the corner. Tags in Naomi, and of course... Freshly announced after earlier on, Jey Uso taking on Ilya Dragunov in the for the Intercontinental Championship. Sorry, at the Elimination Chamber PLE. Jey Uso, of course, beating Ludwig Kaiser, who was hurt his leg in that match, I think. And what is Naomi going for here? Knee to the face of Giulia, and Giulia might be unconscious. And she does look unconscious. And Naomi going to tag in Bianca to finish off the scraps that are left. She goes for the pinfall, but Becky's more than alert to break that up. You got to have better ring awareness there if you're Bianca. Of course, Becky just literally a foot away from the pinfall. Easy for her to get involved in. Bianca and Giulia now with a knee to the face of Bianca going to tag out. I think Giulia's hurt, whether she's got a concussion or whatever. She tags in Becky, who's going to go after Bianca now. Bianca reversal. It's been very end-to-end. To be honest, I can't really tell you who... when these two are in the ring, it's really back and forth. Excuse me, that was unnecessary. But Naomi getting involved again when Becky's in the ring. And what is she doing here? A clothesline taking out Becky. And I'm surprised. And attacks Giulia. A spare change. It's a disgusting tactic from Naomi, this, but it's effective because you're isolating one of the women away and leaving Bianca with a one-on-one. As Becky Lynch is going to fight back against Naomi, doesn't care about the match anymore. She's hunting Naomi down. But Bianca's there, and I don't think Becky's aware. She is aware. Throws Bianca back in the ring, going to rejoin her. There's a lot of fierceness here between Becky and Naomi. I'm sure that will be followed up on. Potentially, and beautiful underhook reversed into an arm drag, and these women could go back and forth all day, Becky and Bianca. Such a closely competitive match, both women of equal ability, and Bianca just gonna maybe Becky's mind's occupied after Naomi's distractions, and look at the strength. of the EST. Holds Becky up there for about 7 to 8 seconds, and that's not easy, and knocks Giulia off. We might be seeing a heel turn here from Bianca and Naomi. A roll-up pin here from Becky. Smart from the veteran. Gets the pinfall. 1, 2, and kick out from Bianca. Thought she had it won there and drop kick into the corner. Have to say, maybe Becky's mind wasn't as occupied as we think. Bianca, KOD, connects. And that could do it, folks. And knocks Giulia off the edge. Maybe she thinks she has it won. KOD connects. Becky on the floor. 2. And kick out from the man. And it's never over till it's over. And what the hell is she thinking now? Adding a splash for good measure. But surely Becky hasn't got much left. Naomi misses. And Becky gonna catch Naomi. We've seen a bit of animosity between these two women. Naomi fights back, of course. Naomi returned to the WWE in a couple of years back. She'd be wanting to make a name for herself. And roll-up pin there from Naomi. Could she have the victory? 2. No, Becky still in this. And Becky showing some real heart in this fight, ladies and gentlemen, folks. Everybody involved. Giulia not seen much of the action in the ring because, if you haven't noticed, smart tactics from Naomi and Bianca keep Giulia out of the ring. My voice went a bit there, which is strange. I had to cough. Leg drop there from Bianca on Becky. Surely Becky can't take much more of this damage. Bianca and Naomi have isolated her to a 2-on-1. Giulia, without doing anything illegal, cannot help. Oh, look at this. KOD's been lined up. And look at Naomi on the left of your screen. Pulls Giulia off the edge of the ring. And now Bianca's got a free pin. 2, 3. And Bianca picks up the pinfall on Becky. But it was such as dirty and underhanded as the tactics were. You have to appreciate how smart they were. Bianca and Naomi isolating Becky Lynch to pretty much a handicap match. Giulia didn't really want to break the rules, which is understandable. And it's led to a win for these two women. World Heavyweight Champion and her best friend pick up the victory. And I'm hearing, folks, that we're going to hear from the Intercontinental Champion. He's going to call out Jey Uso. And they're going to have a conversation about their upcoming title match. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier tonight, Jey Uso fought with everything he had to overcome Ludwig Kaiser. Now, he's officially the next in line for a shot at the Intercontinental Championship this Sunday in Perth at the Elimination Chamber. But you best believe the champion, Ilya Dragunov, isn't one to back down from a fight. And right now, the Mad Dragon and main event, Jey Uso, are about to come face to face. Jey Uso, I see it in your eyes, I feel it in your heart. You fight with passion, with soul. You have crawled through the fire, suffered, endured, and still yet you stand. I know what this means to you. The Intercontinental Championship is not just a prize, it is a proving ground, a symbol of excellence. And if you want this title, then you must be willing to go through absolute war to take it from me. Because Jey Uso, you may fight with your heart, but I fight with my very soul. Yo, Ilya, I feel you, Oos. I see you. You fight with that fire, that intensity, I respect that. But this ain't about respect. This is about proving who's the best. And this Sunday, at the Elimination Chamber, I'm coming for that gold, Oos. I earned this shot. I went through Ludwig Kaiser, and now I'm coming for you. But just remember this. You bring your soul. You bring your war. You bring everything that you've got, because at the end of the night, it's going to be main event Jey Uso walking out with that Intercontinental Championship, with everybody saying, yeet! Well, a statement was sent there from Jey Uso, who laid his ambitions on the line. But speaking of Samoan Dynasty, some people call him the GOAT. This may be his yard, he may be the big dog, but he's here tonight and he's got to, like everybody else, qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Well, not like everybody else, but they had to make an impression on the general manager. You get what I mean. Roman will be taking on Bronson Reed in a Match just got a very interesting dynamic because it means as much to Bronson Reed without the location, but of course the Aussie, seeing that the Elimination Chamber is in Perth, in his home country, sorry. This will mean so much more to him, this match. Can he pick off the big dog? Well, we're about to find out. And of course, Friday Night SmackDown, Monday Night Raw, either side of Elimination Chamber, live from Perth, Australia. This is our last United States show, ladies and gentlemen, at least till next Friday night. So Bronson Reed makes his way to the ring. He'll be wanting to make his people proud. He's against the big dog, and it's live. Roman straight out the gates with a flying clothesline. Of course, Bronson Reed really made a name for himself recently, becoming a really popular star before he got injured in real life, but now he's in this universe mode. He'll never get injured unless I write it in a story. But I want you guys to have more of a say, if that makes sense. So, like, once we establish the channel, and I'm not saying become more popular, but once we establish, like, a community whereby you guys feel comfortable giving me feedback or becoming involved, then we can shape the story whichever way you want. Anyone you notice that you think maybe I'm not pushing right, or anyone you just want to see more of, we can work together and make the universe as universal as possible. That's on both AEW, Raw, SmackDown, anything that we do. We'll try and make it more communal. As we look towards our main event right here, right now, Roman allowing Bronson Reed a little bit of offense, but not much. The big dog, of course. If you're looking for a man that knows about big occasions, then you don't need to look much further than Roman Reigns. Some people actually call him the greatest of all time, including John Cena. And kick out there from Bronson as he rolls out the ring. Doesn't want anything to do with the big dog. And that's fair enough, as Roman has terrorized the WWE main event scene for almost a decade now. Bronson has him up. And the strength of Bronson Reed's not to be mistaken. The referee doesn't want to get involved, so Bronson, referee trapped in between Roman, Bronson and the turnbuckle. Bronson deciding to give up hopes. I think he was going for a snake eyes, and big Bronson Reed fighting back. He's got his entire country in the hopes that he will be there. Because we heard that Grayson Waller of SmackDown will be facing Sheamus of Raw. This isn't a consistent thing, apart from the tag team division, but Elimination Chamber, what's going on here? And Roman stomping a mud hole in... what the hell is Karrion Kross's music doing on? Karrion Kross, of course, signed to Monday Night Raw. There's no sign of him. Now Roman and Bronson going to fight. Who was he here for? Why did Karrion Kross's music come on? That's a question that we need to know the answer to. Haven't seen Karrion since the Rumble, but... oh, Bronson's ready now. Bronson's feeling it. Are we going to see a tsunami? Well, we know that he's going to the high rent district. And Karrion Kross's music coming on. And that could do it, folks. That could do it. Roman kicks out 1.5. The big dog, plenty of fight left in him. Bronson stomps, and that signature move. And Bronson Reed, 300 plus pounds, but moves like a cruiserweight sometimes with that suicide dive on Reigns. That's 300 pound of pure muscle coming to wreck you. And Bronson rolls out the way. Roman going to take back advantage, and of course Karrion Kross's music hit. We know he is a member of Monday Night Raw. We haven't seen him in apart from the Rumble. But who was he here for? That's the point. Was he here for Roman? Roman looked shocked to hear it. But of course that doesn't mean it's for Roman. Maybe he's just trying to make a statement. You don't know. We'll find out, folks. If we hear anything due course, we'll let you know. But Karrion Kross's music hitting. Maybe it was just a technical error. And Roman lining up here. Eyeing up the Superman punch. He's put many a men away with this. And he's about to put Bronson Reed away. As he goes for the pinfall. 1, 2. And kick out from Bronson at 2.5. And spear missed. Bronson Reed. Samoan drop. And that's just rubbing insult into injury there. And now he's taunting the crowd here in Connecticut. They've been amazing. You guys watching have been amazing. So if you have enjoyed the show, make sure you leave a like. If you Want to see more? You can always subscribe. It's free. You can turn on the notification bell, but I'll make it simple for you so you don't have to do that. Monday Night Raw comes to you live at 9 p.m. British Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I think it's 3 p.m. Central Time. Every Monday night. Same time always. Wednesday Dynamite, Friday SmackDown, Saturday Collision, and Roman Reigns. And Sundays when I announce a PLE, it'll be well in advance, and you'll get plenty of promos and advertisements and community posts. Community posts are the number one place to check for anything that changes, but I've kind of steadied down with that now. I had a bit of an influx where I was indecisive at the start, but we're kind of comfortable now. But as we look towards the business end of this match, both men throwing each other, blows at each other. Roman taking it to the outside. Couldn't get it done with the Superman punch. Bronson managed to kick out. Of course, that was the game, by the way. It wasn't me. I try and judge the choreography so they kick out at a certain point. And if they don't, then sometimes you just have to fudge it a bit. It looks like Bronson was nearly done for there as he kicked out. Referee judged him to get a slight shoulder up. It's enough. That's all you need to do. It doesn't have to be up in the air. Just needs to be off the ground. Snake eyes to Roman. As Roman's getting choked here in the corner. This won't be something that Roman's particularly happy about. The big dog looks in trouble, and I think he could be one tsunami away from booking a ticket away from the Elimination Chamber. Will he join Punk, Styles, Carmelo, Austin Theory, and of course Cierro, Mierdo? They'll all be there. Bronson going to the outside, then deciding to go back in. Tsunami beckons. I can feel it coming, and beautiful move there from Bronson Reed, the powerhouse. And this is a real battle of two powerhouses. And you have to wonder, should Bronson Reed pick up the victory here, go down under to his home country? What's next for Roman Reigns? And it looks like Bronson Reed is eyeing up a second tsunami, and for 300 pounds of pure wreckage, it's an elbow drop. Does he have the pinfall here? No, he doesn't. 2 count. Roman gets the shoulder up. Excuse me. Annoying. I talk too fast sometimes, so it affects my voice. Roman went for the Superman punch again, but got caught in a horrendous move there. That could have done it. No. Roman kicks out 1.5. I think Roman's one tsunami away from not booking his ticket and his flight to Australia. As the fists come down here on Bronson Reed, he's going to have to fight back a little bit. And it's been a great performance from Bronson Reed, to be honest. Excuse me again. It's because when I talk so much, I build up mucus sometimes. It's disgusting, I know. But I'm only human after all. And Roman going to go high risk now. Going to fly off the top rope. Elbow drop returned. Return to sender. Of course, Bronson Reed's sending him with a elbow dropper shortly before that. And Roman's going to give him one for good measure. The big dog surely sensing the end now as he lines up the spear. Could Bronson Reed be about to put away Roman with the spear? It's over for Bronson Reed. The dreams of going to Australia. And a kick out? What on earth is... You can see how much going to Australia means for Bronson Reed. He kicked out of a spear, of a Superman punch. And now he's about to book his ticket to Australia. He's going home to see his family. Well, I'm sure he'll travel with the WWE, win, lose or draw, by the way. But I'm not meaning to say that he won't. He's just not allowed on the plane should any superstar be going to the hometown and not win. That would be ridiculous. As Roman spear to the outside. It's been a good competitive match. My money's on Bronson. Roman hit him with his best shot. Hit him with a Superman punch. Hit him with a spear. And now he's going to throw him into the steel steps for good measure. You have to wonder how he puts away this beast. Because Bronson Reed is like a beast. And if anything, tonight's performance shows you that. This is not against your typical mid-carder, your jobber. This is against the greatest on the roster. That some would argue the best of all time. Roman gets back in the ring. Gets back out the ring. Doesn't want to win by a count-out. We know that's not the big dog's way. As he goes back for Bronson Reed. He's like a shark in water. Hunting down the fish. Except the fish is a killer whale. That's a good analogy. Now Roman He's going to have to hit it again, I believe, to win this match. Neck breaker to Bronson. Hits Bronson in the back of the head with a smart move there, and he's stomping a mud hole on Bronson, and a big fist there to Reed. And now Roman is going to sense the end. He's telling Bronson to get up, but I don't think Bronson Reed's got much left. Doesn't look like he can get up, and Roman just stalking. When I told you about shark, he's a shark in the water and he smells blood. And that is always dangerous. Superman punch again. And he's going to go to the other corner. And Roman Reigns, with the help of the crowd spear, surely puts away Bronson Reed and cements his ticket to the Elimination Chamber. And that's a 3 count. I have to say that was an unexpectedly amazing effort from Bronson Reed. But Roman Reigns cements his ticket, and now there can only really be one pick for the Elimination Chamber. Surely, right? The big dog. It's his yard. But on Sunday at the Elimination Chamber, he enters Satan's structure. Will it be his prison? Well, we're about to find out as we have a quick look before we close the show at your 6 men who will be competing at Elimination Chamber. Here you go, folks. What a match this is going to be. The winner faces the World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania.